Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Summer Olson from Stash House AZ, and today we're having a chat panel called Stash Says, and I have professional makeup artists Lauren Minner and Oscar Andujo. We are having a chat session. We are going to be talking about self-realization versus social media. I know, Oscar, you are heavily inspired by brutal honesty. So what do you say to a girl or guy who comes up to you and says, I want you to make me look like Kim Kardashian? What do you say to them?
Go see a plastic surgeon. I mean, if you don't look closer to them, I can do the best, but I mean, that's gonna be your best bet.
Now, is this like an exaggeration of what you would say, or do you feel like people need to be put in their place and maybe appreciate themselves a little bit more and not put so much emphasis on
Absolutely, and that's where I see it. I feel that if that's what you're gonna get. If you ask that question, that's the feedback you're gonna get. But
Right.
if you don't ask that question or you don't come at me in that way, I'm not gonna say it because it's just not my place. But you open that door for answers, you're gonna get something probably you might not want to hear.
Well, I feel a lot of times too, I mean, we're dealing with so many egos and so many young women that are highly impressionable. How can we be brutally honest, but then, have them leaving here feeling good about themselves?
I think after their experience and once they get to know you, it can go either left or right. And I feel that they feel better about themselves. And then, because when people get like that, I feel that people are not being honest with them.
How would you feel if somebody was like, you need to go get plastic surgery?
I'm like, well, let's talk about it. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I want some stuff done, but I want to know, like, what is your opinion? Like, what is it you think? And then on top of that, can I pay my bills with your opinions? Like, what are you comparing me to? Because I think to want to look like a celebrity, what is it about that celebrity that you like? Like, oh, she has perfect teeth, or like she has this. But then you look at people like Tom Cruise, they're known for not having perfect teeth. Like, they find beautiful things in each celebrity that they're like, oh my gosh, like that's their signature, that's what makes them them, Enrique Iglesias with his mole, like he was famous for that, he got it removed and people were like, what? Like, why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was nothing wrong with you. And like, everybody has self-doubt about like how we look and what we need to look like, but I think if we focused on looking just like the best version of ourselves, you're giving permission like subconsciously to everybody else, like, you should be you.
Yeah.
So when you get people that are like, oh, I wish I had your hair, or like, I wish I had, your ability to like just say whatever you feel and stuff like that, why don't you?
That is correct.
Why don't you?
It goes, and to bring it back to makeup, I feel that when we get a lot of people are like, oh, do you think red lipstick would look good on me? Or do you think orange lipstick would look good? Or I really like this blue lipstick, but how do I wear it? And I'm like, well, you can wear it in your hair, and you can wear it in your nails, you can wear it on your clothes, you can wear it on your face. It's the same thing. And that's what I always go back to when I get questions like that about makeup and colors and stuff. If you're comfortable, you're obviously comfortable with it, it's just like in a different part of your body.
So you're saying that they can take pieces of a certain trend and make it wearable for themselves. They don't have to take a picture and take literally every single piece and replicate that. And I think a lot of people, especially young girls, they feel the pressure in having to look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But the takeaway from that is that everybody ends up looking the same. And we've had this conversation before where, okay, the body paradigm has totally changed. Now we like curvy women, which is cool. Hey, let's celebrate all the Beyoncés and all the Nicki Minaj's of the world.
And the Blac Chynas.
However, when you don't have the resources to make yourself look like that, what do? And also, why do you want to look like every single girl that's on Instagram? What becomes your personal signature style?
I feel like people forget, especially when you don't have the resources to get there. So then what are you left with? You don't have the money to obviously do plastic surgery and stuff like that. So what are you left with? You're like, well, I mean, I guess I'll just look like me. Like, I mean, what, yeah, because it's like,
Yeah.
what other option do you have?
That's true.
So you might as well just like do
But
the
me's
best
not
that
good
you
enough,
can.
Lauren. Me's not good. Like, you need to
To
get
who? Who
like,
are you trying to impress?
100K
Who
followers.
are you trying
You
to
need
impress?
10K. You need like
That's
you
another
need those
thing.
followers. So
It's so much
This
unrealistic
YouTube
pressure.
world,
Yeah, it's
this
crazy.
Instagram world, like
Yeah.
everybody has contacts, extensions, like lash everything. Don't get me wrong, these people are beautiful. You all look the same though.
yeah.
And don't get me wrong, that was actually an ideal I was trying to fit too. I was like, all right, you know what? I need to post every day. I need to do my makeup, beat to the gods. Like,
Yes,
I need
exactly.
to do this whole thing. And then I realized,
I
like,
was one of those persons.
I'm gonna look like them, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look like me, and I'm sitting
Yeah.
here spending 6 hours trying to edit my photo on my phone. Like,
Yes,
okay, I need to make my
Facetune.
nose.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Stop with the Facetune,
No.
people.
Don't.
that's my jam.
I love
That's
it.
my jam.
I love
love
it.
it.
I'm pro Facetune.
We live in a social media world. I get that. And like on he's right. Like I could totally do like the Instagram thing, the YouTube thing, the Snapchat thing. Like I could do it, but I feel like when you get to a point in your career, you choose which path do I want to go down. Do I want to go down the path where I have to do my makeup every day, I have to post every day, I have to edit, I have to do all these things, or would I rather do what I love and what I want? I know how to beat a face. I know how to slay all that stuff. Like Oscar said,
Yeah, she
he's
does.
a slay king. Like, don't
She
get
does.
me wrong. Like,
But she's the slay queen.
but personally, I gotten after wearing makeup. I've been wearing makeup since 6th grade. I've gotten to a point I get uncomfortable when I don't look like me.
Yeah.
When it's
Right.
too much foundation, I'm like, I can't see my skin. When I do too much highlight, I'm like, you didn't sleep that long. Like, I've gotten to a point where I'm like, it doesn't look like me. And I get uncomfortable now. So even when I do beat my face, which sometimes I do, because, you know, when I have like skin problems, even right now, I would have like beat my face.
Where? She has
No.
gorgeous
Yeah.
skin.
No, I got acne, but tinted moisturizer is bomb. But you get to a point where you realize like that doesn't look like me, and then I
Right.
even started thinking like, what do people think like if I take my makeup off? They see me with full face, and then they see me after, and they're like, what?
Well, I think you're beautiful with no makeup and you're beautiful with makeup. I mean, because I've seen both, and I see
Yeah.
obviously mostly you now with no makeup, but I think like it's definitely like a love and hate or like a struggle between two, because we definitely want to obviously make money, pay our bills,
100%.
and that those looks are gonna like bring in the dough. So, but then also we still want to like be ourselves, and you know, so I think that's the biggest struggle is like
Finding that
we want
balance.
to conform to that, but not too much. We still want to like be ourselves, and
Right.
as artists, I think you either get that lifestyle or you don't, and then you end up
Overexposed, and
Yeah.
you don't want that. I mean, I remember following Kim Kardashian, and I hate to keep using her as an example because this is not a Kim bashing session. Kim, if you ever see this,
we love you. I love you.
You're pretty without makeup. Like I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, but I mean, I remember thinking to myself, wow, who is this really beautiful brown-skinned friend of Paris Hilton who is
Right.
carrying this amazing metallic Louis Vuitton handbag?
Mhm.
And I thought she was gorgeous. She didn't look like anybody at the time. And-
Totally opposite of what was like the it
Yes.
girl, like Paris Hilton,
Yeah.
Nikki Hilton.
Yeah.
I remember everybody was like wanted to be blonde and
Skinny.
wear pink lipstick and be like really skinny. Yeah.
But then throughout the years, I feel like the overexposure put so much pressure on this woman to take away her Armenian features
Yep.
and to give her a bigger ass for her men that she was dating, you know, and maybe she likes that type of body. However, she was just as beautiful before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
I think that these women really, really need to put their tabloids down and look in the mirror and say, I'm enough, and I love to play with makeup, but I don't want to look like somebody else. I want to look like me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alicia Keys. Who did that? Thank you, sister, for taking the makeup off. You have freckles. I'm so pissed. I never knew all this time.
But
Yeah,
she's
she did
so gorgeous.
Yeah, but she
Always
always
been.
wore makeup, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then when she performed, I saw her on SNL, and she performed. I was like, is she wearing makeup?
No.
I was like, she's not wearing makeup. I was like, oh my gosh, game changer.
Yeah.
I was like, thank
She
you.
did.
I was like, yes. I was like, don't wear the makeup. You look so good.
Yeah.
Even my husband was like, oh, she looks really good. I was like, I know. I was like, if these girls knew, show your freckles, show your beauty marks.
Yeah.
You have big lips, show that shit.
Yeah.
Like, highlight the things that you love the most. It's okay to use like a little just to make yourself look better, but damn, why do you have to transform into this whole other being? I come from that world, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's cool,
That's
but
what gets us paid.
You
I
know,
think
make
it's
money.
about opening the dialogue and in the initial consultation and getting to know your client and saying, you know, you're a gorgeous person and your skin is immaculate and what can we do to play that up? And you
Yeah.
know, when they bring out their pictures, just be like, I don't have a magic wand. This is reality.
yeah, like
Yeah.
choose certain things from it. You like those colors, we can
Yeah.
do those colors, girl. But
Yeah.
guess what? You ain't got no crease like that. That's not happening for you.
So
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
thank you everybody for watching this experimental project that we have. So Stash says, be comfortable in your own skin and try to come to terms with it because that's how it is and you're not getting any younger.
You have one life. Live it
So
up.
be you, do you,
Be
pay your
beautiful.
bills.
Put that Us Weekly down, girl. It's not doing you any favors.
Take up a mirror and say thank you, Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Your husband had an affair on you.
How did that
And
What
make
do you
feel?
do?
with a man.
Hashtag dick cheese.
Hashtag dick cheese.